So, I mean, I think the first half we were absolutely thrilled with our performance. I mean, the numbers kind of look the same, but I thought the first half was so much cleaner. I think we went at halftime with only like 5 turnovers and got a ton of assists. Shared the ball, ran the floor. Defensive intensity was there. We knew we would establish the inside game, and I thought the team was very focused on making sure Lola got the ball. But the one thing we talked about at halftime was we didn't feel like we were hitting the offensive glass very hard, and we didn't. We tried to get 40% of the offensive rebound opportunities, but going into the game, we figured we had a size advantage on Barry, so we wanted to get 50% of them. At halftime we weren't quite there, and then in the second half, just a huge commitment to the glass. And we ended up having 64 or so, some ridiculous amount of the offensive rebounds. Someone could do the math there, but it was a big effort. And I thought Jazz Roberts led us in the offensive rebounding effort, but then in the second half, everybody was committed to the glass. So fun start. Game took long, got really disjointed in the second half. I think Barry they had the more size than we knew. That we didn't really know their roster, some of their new players, and so it was fun to see them. We were expecting small ball against them, and they were really trying to do some double big stuff, and they're doing a great job, and they're going to be just fantastic. Our pressure on the ball is something they don't see very often, and then our size was also just overwhelming for them. But they stayed in it, they executed, they never got frustrated. That's a credit to their coach. Christina does a great job.
Questions? Katie, what did you learn about your team tonight? I know it's an exhibition, but a lot of players got to play. What did you learn?
Well, I mean, everybody scored, so that's great, and I think we shared the minutes real well. I thought the starters, we have been, really, I like the starting lineup, but we haven't been starting off some of those internal scrimmages that well. They ended them well, but they hadn't started well, so it was nice for me to see them start well. Obviously, I think we have some real talent coming off the bench as well. And I thought Z, Lola, and Des were real close to it. Would have been nice to have 3 double-doubles. And I yelled at them at the end of the game because I was like, one more rebound. What are you doing? You regret afterwards. But so our advantage was there. We took it. And but the turnovers and the missed free throws were absolutely, we will not win an ACC game with those numbers.
You talk about Lola and Lazaria both.
Uh-huh. Lola and Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then even, Tosh Lattimore, like, the length was just, it's impressive, and we're obviously missing Kyla, and that's that's another huge force for us. So it's something that we plan on, going to quite a bit, and then to have some shooters wide. I love the way Haley started the game. I think it's very hard to come here and learn all this new language and try to figure out what coach wants and what our themes are and all that. And she started the game very, very confidently. A lot of dialogue throughout the game, some fun dialogue, to be honest with you. But it's just one of those things where I think to come in, and I think Carla really helps, but the starting backcourt I thought was just really sharp tonight.
What did it say to you that Haley came out and took a 3 right at the start? I mean, you said that.
I had a huge smile. It's good for everybody, and I think the whole team was happy about it. It's not like, I thought it was the right shot. It was the right moment. And if we're going to play Miami basketball, we have to have confident guards. I mean, that is what we do. We are confident guards, and then we have posts who just battle and, get us, what did our posts get us? Like 33 and, 27, something like that. With talented guards, it's a good combination.
Haley, can you talk about your first game in a Hurricane uniform, and what were you thinking going in, and when you made that first basket?
I was definitely a little nervous leading up to the game, just because it is my first time, so I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, I think just relying on preparation, trusting my teammates, and just having fun.
Lola, how about you? How did you feel about your first game today?
I feel great. I think the stats can show a little bit. My teammates were great. They could find me anytime I saw that they were looking for me. Thank you for the trust. And yeah, it's another win. I'm happy every time we win.
Haley, can you talk about the start of the game for the team? I think it was 15-0. Just the energy and just get everybody getting off to a good start.
Yeah, I think it was good. We like to get out and run, play with tempo, and just share the ball. And I think everyone was getting the right looks. So it was a great start, great feeling.
Can you share any of the dialogue that coach was talking about? Maybe that was going on.
Do you want me to?
No.
We'll keep it discreet.
And then Haley, defensively for the team, just maybe what you saw out there in the backcourt, but also what you guys held them to. How do you think defensively your team did?
Yeah, I think they played really, really good. Coming here, I played a zone at Fresno, so Miami's all about defense. So just learning from my teammates and how they play and how they start the game, and their key focus is defense, and I think that showed tonight.
Haley, I was gonna ask you, what was the biggest adjustment, playing tonight with this team versus what you were used to? What was the biggest difference?
That's a great question. I think the biggest difference is just the focus and the personnel on our opponents, like understanding each player's strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, just the overall focus.
One more?
Yeah, Coach, can you speak on the start and maybe the energy that you saw out there?
Yeah, no, I can. I'm really happy with it. I think it was impressive. We need it, and it doesn't mean that we have to be front runners, but I think we want to establish the tempo. We want to dictate. We don't want the other team to feel comfortable, and we want them to be overwhelmed. And I thought that we did all of those things in the first 5 minutes. And then you bring in the bench. And then you bring in, the length that we have on the bench. And the effort from Lachey Dwyer tonight was phenomenal. And Jazz Roberts, like I'm saying, our effort, our hustle plays came off our bench, a lot of that. So you have this incredible starting lineup, but I just thought that the bench really kind of said, and now, here we come. And I think that's got to be, somewhat intimidating for other teams.
I have one more, if that's okay. I want to ask about Destiny. She
Finally.
said, did she?
Took her a while to get into that game, didn't it?
No, was she, did you just rest her for a while and then brought her, what was the strategy?
No, she got 2 fouls.
Okay.
2 fouls in the first half. Destiny and Z, that's why they would have had double-doubles. They both got 2 fouls. I don't think they weren't immature fouls at all. Z's second foul, I really loved the effort on the play. And Dez's second foul was a reach. Like, you have 1 foul, you're a veteran, you reach 30 feet away from the basket, you're going to sit the bench until the second half. So she knows that. But it took her a while in that second half. But I thought Destiny's second half, that was Dez. We got her back.
Thank you very much.
Coach, can I ask one more, Coach? You
Yeah.
talk about the second unit, you talk about Hannah, but you particularly with her, how she did.
Well, Hannah had 6 assists,
Yeah.
right? And so, we had some dialogue about her shot. I thought she hesitated, what I say, between head to hand. I think it's very hard to be Hannah's got an incredible basketball mind. I'm telling you, 6 assists tells you right there. She is 1 play ahead. She's a step ahead of the defense. So she's sharing the ball, doing all this, and then I'm yelling at her because she's passing up shots or hesitating on shots that I thought she should make. And she's not doing anything wrong. It's just there's got to be a point where she understands, yep, this is my shot. But she was sharing the ball like crazy. And so, I'm a coach that's going to push you in every area. So, I'm not saying that's okay if she only has 6 assists, but she is a nice scorer, and she doesn't need to doubt herself in that area as well.